Ida Lupino, a trailblazer in Hollywood, carved a unique path as both an actress and director. With a career spanning several decades, she broke through the barriers of a male-dominated industry to direct films that tackled bold social issues. Her work behind the camera is as notable as her performances on screen, making her one of the first women to produce, write, and direct mainstream films. She directed over a dozen films and numerous television episodes, leaving a lasting influence on the film industry. Her dedication to her craft and her pioneering spirit continue to inspire new generations of filmmakers. Ida Lupino was a talented actress and director who left a strong mark on the film industry. She was known for her ability to play tough, strong-willed characters. Her work behind the camera was just as powerful, making her one of the first women to produce, write, and direct movies in Hollywood. She often tackled social issues that were not commonly discussed at the time. Now, think about what qualities of Ida Lupino have made her a lasting figure in film history. What was the first movie or show you saw that featured her? And what's your most treasured memory or experience linked to Ida Lupino? Your stories and memories are valuable, and we'd love to hear them in the comments. Stay tuned because we have many surprising, amusing, and even some sad facts to share about Ida Lupino's life and career. So, keep watching to learn more about this remarkable woman and her journey in the world of movies. Ida Lupino was born into a family deeply rooted in the performing arts. Her father, Stanley Lupino, was a well-known actor, and her mother, Connie Emerald, was an actress. Growing up in this environment, she was exposed to acting and the entertainment industry from a young age. This upbringing played a significant role in shaping her interest in acting. She observed and learned from her parents, which sparked her passion for the craft. Her father, in particular, was a significant influence, guiding her as she took her first steps in the world of acting. Ida Lupino's early life was surrounded by creative influences that led her to pursue a career in Hollywood, where she became a successful actress and director. Ida Lupino was an actress and director whose career spanned from the 1930s to the 1970s. She is known for her roles in films like High Sierra, where she starred alongside Humphrey Bogart, and The Sea Wolf. Both movies show her talent and are good starting points for new viewers. She also directed several films, including The Hitchhiker and The Bigamist, which were unusual for a female director at that time. These films are considered important in her career and are recommended for those interested in her work as a director. Lupino's work in both acting and directing has earned her a place in film history. Ida Lupino found her passion for acting early in life, influenced by her family's strong theatrical background. Her father was a famous actor, and her mother was an actress. As a child, she watched them perform and was drawn to the art of storytelling. At 10 years old, Ida enrolled in the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Here, she discovered her love for acting, which she saw as a way to explore different lives and emotions. Her determination to succeed was clear when she continued to perform even after a bout of polio that threatened her mobility. This early challenge only strengthened her resolve to become an actress, and she went on to have a successful career in both acting and directing. Her journey shows how a blend of personal interest and overcoming adversity can ignite a lifelong passion for the arts. Ida Lupino made her mark in television history with her work on The Twilight Zone. Not only did she act in the episode The 16mm Shrine, but she also directed The Masks, making her the sole woman to direct for the classic series. Her role as Lily Marlowe in Private Hell 36 came during her marriage to actor Howard Duff. In High Sierra, where she played Marie Garson, she worked alongside Humphrey Bogart, whose constant sarcasm was a source of frustration for her during filming. Ida Lupino faced significant challenges when she started her career in Hollywood. She struggled with limited financial resources and was often met with doubt from industry leaders who did not believe she could succeed as a director. Despite these obstacles, Ida showed great determination and found creative ways to make her films. She worked with lower budgets and often took on multiple roles such as writer, director, and producer to bring her ideas to life. Her ability to adapt and her strong will helped her to not only make movies, but also to pave the way for future female directors in the film industry. Ida Lupino took on the role of Lana Carlson in the movie They Drive by Night, sharing the screen with Alan Hale. Her journey in the film industry later led her to direct Alan Hale Jr., the son of her former co-star, in the television series Gilligan's Island in 1963. In another memorable performance, she played Marie Garson in High Sierra. This film was so popular that a radio version was made, and Ida Lupino joined Humphrey Bogart to bring their characters to life once again on the radio in 1944. Ida Lupino's personal life also caught public attention when her home on Weddington Street in North Hollywood was featured in the 2018 film Hollywood Mouth 3. This movie highlighted her former residence, the Ravenswood Apartments, showcasing the places she lived as part of the story. These glimpses into her life and work offer a unique look at her career and personal history. Ida Lupino was a pioneering director, an actress whose career had several significant moments. Her directorial debut, Never Fear, was a personal triumph as she took over the role from an ill director. However, it was The Hitchhiker that established her as a serious director, being the first woman to direct a film noir. This movie showed her ability to create tension and tell a gripping story. Her peers respected her courage to tackle social issues in films like Outrage, which dealt with the subject of assault. Critics praised her for bringing new perspectives to Hollywood, and actors appreciated the empathy she brought to her roles and projects. Her work opened doors for women in the industry and inspired many to pursue directing and producing. Her legacy is seen in the increased presence of women behind the camera in today's film industry. Ida Lupino showed her strong will and determination in the world of acting from a young age. At just 10 years old, she had a theater built for performances with her sister, showing her early passion for the stage. Years later, her role as Marie Garson in High Sierra tested her emotional limits. Unable to shed tears for the final scene, it was Humphrey Bogart's stern words that pushed her to deliver the needed performance. However, this experience soured their relationship, leading Lupino to decline working with Bogart again, resulting in John Garfield taking the role meant for Bogart in Out of the Fog. Her journey to America began when she was 15, arriving in New York from England. Later, as a country dance attendee in Outrage, she had the opportunity to discuss the film with Eleanor Roosevelt, showcasing her film's significance and her own standing in the industry. Ida Lupino was an actress and director who brought a unique perspective to her work. She often chose roles and projects that highlighted social issues and personal struggles, reflecting her belief in the power of film to address serious topics. Her directing style was straightforward and unadorned, focusing on the story and the actors' performances rather than on visual effects or elaborate sets. She was one of the first women to direct films in Hollywood, and did so with a clear vision that challenged the norms of her time. Her work often portrayed strong, independent women, mirroring her own life experiences and her view of the world as a place where women could take charge and make a difference. In The Hard Way, Ida Lupino plays Helen Chernin, a role initially meant for Bette Davis. A nod to this is seen when Lupino stands by a poster of Bordertown, a film Davis starred in. In They Drive by Night, Lupino's character, Lana Carlson, shares the screen with George Raft, reuniting them after their previous film Yours for the Asking. Lastly, in While the City Sleeps, Lupino as Mildred Donner works alongside Thomas Mitchell, marking another collaboration since Out of the Fog, where Mitchell portrayed her father. Ida Lupino was a pioneer in the film industry, both in front of and behind the camera. She was one of the first women to produce, direct, and write for Hollywood films. Her work often tackled subjects that were considered taboo at the time, such as out-of-wedlock pregnancy and women's rights. She directed films like The Hitchhiker and Outrage, which showed her skill in creating suspense and drama. Her acting roles in movies like High Sierra and The Sea Wolf were powerful and showed strong characters. People in the industry say she opened doors for women in film and inspired many by showing that women could succeed in all aspects of filmmaking. Her films are still studied for their style and the way they tell stories about real human experiences. Ida Lupino earned recognition on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with 2 stars, one for her work in movies and another for television, showing her success in both areas. In the film Private Hell 36, she played Lily Marlowe and also had a hand in writing the story. The character singing at the Emerald Club might be a nod to her mother's name, Connie Emerald. When her movies played in Italy, voice actors like Lydia Simonski, Renata Marini, and Rosetta Calavetta often provided her voice, with Clelia Bernacchi stepping in for Hollywood Canteen. These voice actors helped bring her characters to life for Italian audiences. Ida Lupino was known for her dedication to directing and acting, but she also had a strong commitment to helping others. She supported various charities and was particularly interested in organizations that help children and those with illnesses. Her work was not just for entertainment. She believed in using her influence to make a difference in the world. This belief was evident in the stories she chose to tell through her films, often addressing social issues and giving a voice to the unheard. Her passion for storytelling was matched by her compassion for people, making her a respected figure both on and off the screen. Ida Lupino's performance in They Drive by Night led to a significant change in her career. It was suggested that she be given top billing over Humphrey Bogart for the movie High Sierra, due to the positive attention she received. Although initially billed first, Bogart's standout role as Roy Earl later secured his top billing status. Off-screen, Lupino formed a strong bond with actress Mala Powers during the direction of Outrage. This friendship lasted a lifetime, and upon Lupino's passing, Powers was entrusted with managing her estate. Lupino's final resting place is at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale. Her life and work are detailed in John Wakeman's World Film Directors, Volume 2, which provides an in-depth look at her contributions to cinema. Ida Lupino was a pioneer who broke barriers for women in the film industry during a time when it was dominated by men. She was one of the first women to produce, direct, and write her own films. Her work often tackled social issues and stories that others shied away from. For those looking to follow in her footsteps, her advice would likely focus on perseverance and the importance of telling stories that speak to the human experience. She would encourage new talent to learn every aspect of their craft, to be brave in their storytelling, and to never give up despite the challenges they might face. Her own career is proof that with determination and skill, it's possible to leave a lasting impression on the world of film. Ida Lupino took on the role of a country dance attendee in the film Outrage, which was one of the first movies produced by the filmmakers, her own company. She worked alongside her husband Collier Young and Malvin Wall to create this and other films. There's some uncertainty about her birth year. While some say she was born in 1914, this would make her only 15 years old during her film debut in 1934, which seems unlikely given her mature appearance. Later in her career, in 1974, Ida Lupino planned to direct a biographical film about Frances Farmer starring Glenda Jackson. Unfortunately, this project never came to fruition. Ida Lupino was a pioneer who broke through barriers in the entertainment industry. She had a strong passion for acting and directing, which led her to become one of the first women to direct films in Hollywood. Her work behind the camera was just as powerful as her performances on screen. She directed with a unique style and tackled subjects that were ahead of her time. Her dedication to her craft and her ability to adapt to the changing landscape of Hollywood show the power of creativity and perseverance. Her story inspires us to follow our dreams and be brave in the face of challenges. Ida Lupino's journey shows us that with hard work and determination, we can leave a lasting impression on the world. Ida Lupino took on the role of Mildred Donner in While the City Sleeps, showcasing her acting range by playing opposite Thomas Mitchell. Despite their on-screen friendship, they portrayed fierce adversaries in Moontide, a film that almost saw Fritz Lang as director before Archie Mayo took over. Her talent extended beyond acting, as reflected in the tribute song Ida Lupino by musician Paul Bley, composed by Carla Bley for the album Closer. Standing firm in her career choices, Lupino often declined roles passed over by Bette Davis, leading to suspensions from Warner Brothers. These periods away from acting allowed her to hone her directing skills, earning her a respected place as a trailblazer among women filmmakers, and the honor of being the second woman to join the Directors Guild, following Dorothy Arzner. Ida Lupino faced a tough challenge when she lost most of her hair. Despite this, she didn't let it define her career. Years later, her image was chosen for the cover of a music album, Electro Swing Romanate, in 2015, showing her lasting appeal. Back in 1934, during a polio outbreak in Los Angeles, Lupino caught the disease. Thankfully, she received treatment quickly and was back on her feet after a few months. Her recovery was a testament to her resilience. Ida Lupino took on the role of Lily Marlowe in the film Private Hell 36, and the baby girl scene at the start is her real-life daughter with Howard Duff. Her acting in The Food of the Gods as Mistress Skinner was one of her last roles before her final film, My Boys Are Good Boys, in 1979, where she acted alongside Ralph Meeker. Recognized for her strong characters, she was featured in the book Killer Tomatoes 15 Tough Film Dames by Ray Hagan and Laura Wagner. Lupino's career spanned many memorable roles, leaving a lasting impression on the film industry. Ida Lupino took on the role of Lily Marlowe in the film Private Hell 36, and during production, she often clashed with director Don Siegel over camera angles, particularly over the shoulder shots. Despite both being seasoned professionals, they found it challenging to see eye to eye on these creative decisions. In her personal life, at the age of 34, Ida Lupino welcomed her daughter, Bridget Myrla Duff, into the world. Born prematurely and weighing just 4 pounds, Bridget's survival was uncertain, but she pulled through. Bridget's father was Howard Duff, Ida's third husband. Ida Lupino's career in the movies started in the 1930s, a good decade before Howard Duff's. She was 5 years his junior and survived him by the same number of years, marking a unique symmetry in their timelines. Ida Lupino, born into a family of entertainers, carried the artistic legacy of her parents, Stanley Lupino and Connie Emerald. Her father, a well-known British performer, and her mother, an actress with Irish roots, set the stage for Ida's future in acting. The Lupino family originally hailed from Bologna, Italy, which is reflected in their surname. Ida's talent shone brightly in the film The Hard Way, where she portrayed Helen Chernin. Her compelling performance earned her the New York Film Critics Award for Best Actress in 1943. Acting was a family trait, with her sister Rita Lupino also in the industry, along with her cousin Richard Lupino, Laurie Lupino Lane, and her second cousins Wallace Lupino and Lupino Lane, all sharing the family's passion for the performing arts. Ida Lupino took on the role of a country dance attendee in the film Outrage, and in a unique twist, Mala Powers was transformed to resemble her for the movie. Beyond her work on screen, Ida Lupino also dedicated time to help children in need as a board member of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Her talents extended behind the camera as well. When director Nicholas Ray fell ill during the production of On Dangerous Ground, Ida Lupino stepped in to direct the film, showcasing her skill and adaptability. In this role, she portrayed Mary Malden, adding depth to the film with her performance. Ida Lupino's role as Marie Garson in High Sierra marked a significant point in her career and in the history of cinema. She was given top billing over Humphrey Bogart, reflecting her rising star power after her successful performance in They Drive by Night. Despite Bogart's displeasure at being second on the title card, this decision by the studio highlighted Lupino's growing influence in Hollywood. Her personal life also had moments of deep connection and tragedy. She was close friends with Thelma Todd, and the sudden loss of Todd just days after a party Lupino hosted was a shocking event. The grief of losing a friend in such circumstances would have been profound. As a director, Ida Lupino earned respect for her understanding of the craft of acting. Richard Boone's praise in 1961 underscores her ability to bring out the best in actors, breaking them free from repetitive patterns and encouraging fresh, dynamic performances. Her insight into acting made her a valuable director who could guide actors to explore new depths in their roles. Ida Lupino was a talented actress and director who left a strong mark on the film industry. Her work continues to inspire many today. We invite you to share your thoughts on her films and the way she told stories. If you enjoy discussions about great artists like Ida Lupino and the history of entertainment, please like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more content that celebrates the creative people who shape the way we enjoy movies and TV shows. Your support helps us keep these conversations going. Share your favorite Ida Lupino movie in the comments, and let's keep her memory alive together.